Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general monthly reading for the month of October 2018 for all of the signs. For the reading, I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot deck. And I will pull one additional oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck by Denise Linn. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading with me would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video telling you how to do that. One other thing I will say, it's also a good idea to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising signs. Sometimes, for that particular month, one video might resonate better than the others, or by listening to all three of them together, you'll really have a more complete overview of what is coming up for that month. And it's always a good time, right, at the beginning of each month for me to just say a big thank you to everybody who takes the time to watch these videos, to leave comments, to like the videos, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very much, and I will see each of you or each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Sagittarius, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. So you have at the center of your reading the Knight of Pentacles, and he's crossed by the Queen of Wands. And I'll say, looking over your reading, it seems like there's more of a focus on career, money, finances this month. It's interesting because even though these are general readings, some of the readings this month have been coming out, very much kind of more towards one area than another. And I think that yours is more geared towards your, your finances and career. But here at the center, the Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy, so dealing with your resources, dealing with the money, financial prosperity. It has to do with our jobs as well. The Knight of Pentacles, usually knights are the ones who set off on quests in the tarot, and so this is they can also bring things, right? They can bring offerings, but they go off on quests. And so as this is dealing with Pentacles, this Knight of Pentacles we usually associate with, this is could have to do with a job offer, right? Or a new job coming in. This could be just you very focused on career, home, finances, resources at this time. And with the Queen of Wands as what might help or hinder this Knight of Pentacles, this is, obviously your energy, your fire energy here. So this could be very much you in your own element, just very, very excited about, very determined as you go after or in dealing with this new opportunity that might be coming in. The Queen of Wands, yes, it could be another individual. If so, this is typically an older fire sign individual, so Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And she is very, she's a very capable individual. She's, people are kind of drawn to her. She's very determined, and she's very good at dealing with, many different things at one time. She's very capable, very confident. So, I'm really picking up more that this is just you being in your element. So what's going to help you as you deal with, whatever this new opportunity is, or, kind of because the Knight of Pentacles, going back to the Knight of Pentacles, out of all of the knights, he's the slowest moving. So he's a very, he keeps his eye on the prize. He's very trustworthy, very dependable. But, it might, even if it might take a little longer than expected to reach or to achieve something, he's very loyal, and he's very, good at kind of keeping his eye on the prize and just plodding along until he ultimately reaches it. But with him being crossed by this very exciting energy of the Queen of Wands, this could help to speed things up a little more, possibly. And we do have, I'm looking at the kind of jumping over to what's crowning you as the Hangman. And this is a card that can speak of some delay. It can speak of, needing to gain a new perspective. So going back to this, I think if there is this energy of the, or you taking on the energy of the Queen of Wands, that might speed up a little bit whatever's going on with this Knight of Pentacles. Now, at the foundation of your reading, you have the Five of Wands. And this is, more fire energy. And it's a card that oftentimes appears when, within the work setting. If you are, there's sort of conflict or struggle within the work setting. Sometimes it can just be, if you're going up for a job and these are the, the people that are the other applicants, the people that are going up for that position or promotion against you, right? And you can see that the men on the card, they're, yes, they're sort of challenging each other, but they don't have swords drawn. They're not really looking to attack each other. They're more trying to gain the upper hand. Same thing with the lions. They're baring their teeth, but they're not going in, for the kill. They're not going in to try to harm the other, right? It's all about gaining the alpha position. So this could be, and it does sit in the deep, in the deep past here in the foundation. So there could have been, maybe within the work sector, you could have been applying for a job, going up for a promotion. There could have just been, struggle, conflict, disagreements, arguments in general. The Suit of Wands deals with the day-to-day matters in life. So the work that we do, it has to do with creativity, creative projects, endeavors. It can be our own drive and determination for getting those things done. So there could have been a situation where there might have been conflict. Maybe you weren't seeing eye to eye with the people within the workplace. And for that reason, maybe you decided to start looking for a different job opportunity for yourself, or, looking to, if you're within a large organization, maybe trying to transfer over to a different department possibly. And then you have in the recent past more earth energy here with the Two of Pentacles. And this is a card that speaks of balance. You can see that the woman on the card, she is balancing the two coins, right? And she's doing so while standing on tippy-toe. So she's wearing the point shoes, she's balancing. And this can speak of, balancing many different things in our lives, balancing different areas. This can be, sometimes the card comes out when when you're trying to keep all of the balls up in the air, right? So this is you juggling your work with your home life. It's juggling, your relationships with your career. But, she's very capable here. I mean, she's able to keep the pentacles up in the air. And another message that goes along with the Two of Pentacles is about being able to adapt, right? If somebody were to throw an additional pentacle at her, she's there and she'll be able to somehow find a way to juggle it. So it's all about going with the flow, being able to adapt. And this could have to do with, you deciding to look to a different, for a different opportunity. This could have to do with you being open and willing to change, to adapt in some way to a new situation, to a new job opportunity. And I've already mentioned this, but in your crowning position, so the message from your higher self, you have Major Arcana, the Hangman. And the Hangman is a card that can speak of delays, right? It can be a delay in receiving news or delay in something starting up, but it's a divinely timed delay. So if there is any type of delay, just, understand that there's a reason for that. There's divine orchestration at play here. And you do have, coming up as the crowning energy, and then in the near future, another major arcana with the Emperor. And the Emperor this is number 4 of the major arcana. So, with both of these major arcana showing up as crowning energy and what you're moving into with the near future, there's a lot of divine orchestration at play here with these two cards, okay? So, and going back to the Hangman, there's a need, when the Hangman appears, there's a need to see things from a different point of view, gain a new perspective, right? We can see that the man, he's tied up hanging upside down from the tree. And, obviously if he were right side up, he would not have the same view. He would not, have the same perspective that he does by being upside down. And there's a card of surrender. It's a card of, kind of giving into this moment, understanding that, surrendering to the moment, but with the understanding that it's for a reason. So, there's an enlightenment at play here as well. You can see there's a light around his head. So there could be, a shift in thinking, a shift in viewpoint. And it could have to do, again, with, what you have been juggling. If you've been going back and forth on, maybe you were unsure about moving, or looking to change jobs. And so there was a need to gain this new perspective, right? Weigh everything up, think about things, see things from a different vantage point before moving on. But with the Emperor card coming in as the near future energy, this is, it's very, it's sort of forward movement, right? The Emperor, he's a born leader. He's very charismatic. He's very strong, determined. He's the ultimate father figure in the Tarot, right? He's kind of the higher father figure than all of the kings, right? He rules over his empire. And he's very much about, taking care of what's his, of his home, of his family, of his domain. And he does so, in a very authoritarian, a very strong, determined manner. Sometimes the Emperor can appear if you are dealing with an individual. Usually we associate the Emperor with the sign of Aries. This could also be, with it being, he's sort of a military figure. You might be dealing with, somebody in the military, somebody in the police force. As the Emperor is also, he's number 4. 4s in the Tarot are stability. They have to do with home. So there could be a home issue. There might be something going on with, a father figure, your father of your children, possibly. If not, right, this is about you. This could be you taking on the energy of the Emperor as you move forward, right? So there's a decision. Possibly you came to a decision regarding this, the work situation, and you see that the Emperor holds. He has this crystal ball there, so he has this clarity of mind. He has the great vision, right? He's not afraid to embark upon a new opportunity. He's a trailblazer, so he's all about forward movement and conquering. So it's a very powerful, very solid, powerful energy. Now, interesting, you appear as the 10 of Cups. Okay, so the Suit of Cups in the Tarot deals with, it's our emotions, our feelings, our relationships, and it's also how our feelings affect our behavior, affect our relationships, sort of move us through life. And 10s in the Tarot are culminations, they're endings, and the 10 of Cups is it's a very beautiful card. It's sort of the ultimate happiness card. This is sometimes called the happily ever after. You can see that there's the happy family on the card. We have they're kind of swimming in all of, this water. So it's just very loving, very, it's very happy, very loving energy with the 10 of Cups. So for you, this, maybe this decision, this job opportunity, it could be very beneficial to you and your family. You could be, there could be a significant focus on your family at this time or during the month, or more towards, the middle to end of the month of October. This could be you focusing more on your significant other, you focusing more on your children. This decision could have an effect. It could affect your family here. And surrounding you in your environment, you have the King of Swords, which is, a very different energy. This could be your partner. This could be, somebody in your environment. If so, this is usually an older air sign individual. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, even though he appears as a male, could be male or female, but it's typically an older energy. as, the king, usually the kings and queens are older, they've mastered their particular suit. If it's not somebody actually older in age, it could just be somebody, sort of an old soul, somebody with an older energy. But he's a very decisive individual, right? He has the truth of, sorry, the sword of truth here in his hand, and he's very straightforward. He's very honest. Excuse me. He's very direct at times. He's, the suit of swords deals with our thoughts, our ideas. It's the suit of the mind, right? The intellect. So he's very good at coming up with ideas. He's very good at expressing himself, right? Communicating his thoughts and ideas to other people. Now, sometimes he can appear when you're dealing with, for example, I'm sorry, I was having a coughing fit. Sometimes he can appear when you're dealing with, and I did mention this over here with the Emperor, somebody in the military, right? He does carry a sword. This could be something to do with also, anybody who uses like a knife, a cutting type of utensil. So like if we think of doctors, can be somebody in the military. Sometimes he's associated as well with like law, dealing with somebody in the legal system, a lawyer. But having this person surrounding you, there could be a need for communication. There could be a need for or a focus on how you communicate, or what, the manner in which you're communicating, because he's very direct. On the negative side, with this suit of swords, sometimes it's important for us to be careful with our words, right? To understand that at times, the way that we mean for things to come out versus the way that they actually do can be a little bit different. So that sometimes there's a cautionary message with, needing to kind of watch what we say. Now you have in your hopes and fears the Seven of Pentacles. And the outbound energy for the month, I'll show you both of these together, is the Two of Wands. And this is a very, not similar message, but, kind of similar energy here, in the sense that, both of these cards have to do with, it's very strong, very determined type of energy, which is why I said, I feel that this Emperor is more you, and then the Queen of Wands, this is you and your element. So hopes and fears, Seven of Pentacles, this is, hoping for growth, right? As far as your finances go, material things, okay? The Seven, you can see that the woman on the card, she's sitting in this garden. She's, obviously she's been working very hard. She has a basket full of fruit in her lap. So, it's about feeling good about what you've already accomplished, right? She's proud of her accomplishments here. She feels good about them. And she's, taking this time out to kind of to weigh things up and see what she's accomplished, and then see also, where does she want to ultimately get to, and what does she need to do to get to that, the next point here. So there is this sort of planning, looking ahead. It's a time for readjustment as well. I mean, if you weigh things up and see that, okay, I am proud of myself. I'm happy for what I've accomplished so far. But, my end goal is this. And if I continue at this pace, I don't see myself getting there. So what do I need to change? What do I need to do differently? Do I need to go for this new job opportunity? Do I need to stay put where I currently am? It's that type of weighing things up, right? Of feeling good, right? Acknowledging your accomplishments, but also looking at whatever your end goal is. And obviously that's different for everybody watching. For some people watching, the end goal could be, to finally move into like a management position. For other people, it can be finally being able to, save up enough money and buy your own place. For other people, it can be, just getting into a job that pays more each month. So, the end goal is going to be different, but it's a time of, thinking about how you're going to get there and adjusting if necessary. And leaving the month with the Two of Wands, this is a card of, okay, I've made up my mind and I'm heading off in that direction. This is a very determined energy. The Two of Wands is sometimes called, it's like the crossroads card. You're staring down both paths, and it's not that there is one wrong path and one right path. It's just which of the two paths is the right one for you? Which one do you believe is, the one that's going to ultimately lead you to, where you want to get to in life? And you can see that, again, this reference to the sort of the crystal, or the crystal ball, but in this case it's actually a world. So it's kind of like the world is your oyster here, and you're staring down the path, and you're very determined, and you're ready to set off on this new adventure. And it's interesting because, much like the Chariot card, the Two of Wands is about you deciding. So nobody is doing this. Nobody's forcing you. This is all you. So you're making up your mind, and you're heading down that new path. And so it's a very powerful and empowered type of energy. It could definitely have to do with career focus. It could have to do with you deciding. We did have the other two back here where you're weighing things up. By the end of the month, this is you saying, okay, I've made up my mind. This is where I'm heading, and you are heading off in that direction. The overall energy for the whole month, you have the Queen of Cups. So you do have, a few court cards here in your reading, and we know that with court cards, they can be people who are playing a significant role in our lives during this time period. If so, this would typically be an older water sign individual. Even though she appears as the Queen, could be male or female, but Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And she's a very loving individual, right? She's very caring. She's very loving. It's the Suit of Cups, right? And remember, you appeared here as the Ten of Cups. So this could be, you could have water in your chart. This could just be you taking on the energy of the Queen of Cups as well. And it's a very, besides being loving and caring and understanding, she's also very open, right? Dealing with cups, if we think of like the Page of Cups, right? It's a very open, very receptive energy. So there could be you being or needing to be more open and receptive, or maybe, this could have to do with maybe a new job. This could have to do with a new situation here. So you're needing to kind of open your mind a little more, right? And be a little more receptive and open to whatever it is. But she's a very loving, a very honest, very fair individual, this Queen of Cups. She's also very compassionate, and a little bit of a dreamer. So that might have something to do with, what you've always dreamed of doing. That could be coming in as well. Also intuition, right? The Suit of Cups, we think of it as very, watery. So it deals with the subconscious and this kind of, psychic type of energy as well surrounding cups. But overall, in general, she's very loving. She's very open. As a mother, she's that sort of mother, like that very warm and caring mother figure. But, I think it has more to do with how you're approaching things. And it's interesting because you have, the Queen of Wands kind of at the center. So it's like, okay, how are you approaching things? You are very determined, and you're going after what you want. But this could have to do with, what you're going after is, it's really what, you've always wanted. It's kind of like what you've always wished for even. Yeah, because with this being emotions, I mean, this is fulfillment, right? This is emotional fulfillment. And you do have you as the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate, right? The ultimate happiness card. So this new opportunity, it could be bringing in, a great deal of happiness for you, something that you've always, that heartfelt desire, always wanted to do or always wished for. Now you have as your oracle card, Protected by Angels. And it says you are cherished by the angels. Let me find the meaning for the card. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards. This one says, you are blessed. Immense blessings from above are showering over your life. The angelic realm is only a thought away. Angelic intervention is available to you at all times. Simply be open and you will feel their presence. This is the time to spread your wings and soar. You are so protected and so safe. The sacred traveler wants you to know sometimes it might seem that you can't see the road ahead, but have faith that by your side are shimmering angels supporting and guiding you in unseen ways. Watch for their signs, especially in the form of feathers. There is a sacred plan for your life. Your life is guarded. The angelic message is that you are going in the right direction and everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. When you receive this card, it can also mean that you are an angelic healing force for others because the light within you is so bright. And I think that ties in perfectly with your outbound energy, right? You are going in the right direction. Everything is unfolding as it should be. So, there is, like I was saying, there is no wrong or right path. It's whatever you feel is right, and trust that you are being guided and protected this month. So trust in that, your decisions this month, and you're not alone. I remember I was saying in the beginning that there's a lot of divine orchestration and intervention at play here, and with being protected by angels coming out, it just it reaffirms, I think, what I was picking up from the original readings. I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of October. Bye for now.